You're listening to Podcast PXN,
a video game podcast
delivering player experience news.
Let's go!
What's up, guys? Welcome to Podcast PXN, episode 156. I am one of your hosts, Daniel Prindle, aka Dan is DTM on Twitter, and I am joined over Discord by the Nintendo aficionado and artist extraordinaire, Roshan Warner at Roro, the host of Large Popcorn and video essayist Christian Macias at ISO Christian, and Gage is out this week, but we will miss him dearly. He is in the chat, though. So, hello, guys.
I miss that man, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I miss him. Yeah, it's been a week.
Yeah.
But we missed him for that week, right? That week. Exactly 1 week. Thank you to everyone watching us live and participating in the chat. Just as a reminder, we are live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. Just search Podcast PXN. You'll find us there, and twitch.tv/Podcast PXN as well. Guys, the topic of the show this week is our battle of the showcases. Literally all the showcases this week. Insane. I don't even know what to think.
TGS hasn't even happened yet. Xbox is tomorrow.
That's true.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus.
Crazy.
So much.
Before we get into the rest of the rigmarole, Daniel, I have breaking news.
Whoa.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Metal Ruler Set Buster Sword is up for pre-order at HLJ. So if you want some rulers in the shape of a metal Buster Sword, Buster, I hardly know her. You can do so at the Square Enix store.
Okay. Thank you for that promo read from Square Enix. We get 10% back. No, I'm kidding. The show always starts with the quick bites, guys. So let's go ahead and jump right in, guys. Normally, I feel like I start the show with like terrible news or like sad news. So for once, I'm gonna start my episode with good news. 1% of all future revenue of Gears of War is going to suicide prevention charities. This is something cool the coalition is doing. They're partnering with Crisis Text Line. They've said they pledge 1% of all future net revenue from Gears of War games and merchandise to suicide prevention charities, with Crisis Text Line announced as its first partner. Studio head Mike Crump revealed that the commitment had always stood for belonging and being introduced into the coalition's message amid soaring suicide rates in the United States, and it's to never fight alone. So very cool, and I wanted to start the show with that because I thought that was really awesome stuff there.
It's cool, although I'll say that 1% doesn't sound like very much. I don't know how much their net revenue is. I'm sure if it's in the millions and 1% actually ends up being a lot, so that could be very cool. But if they're not making that much net revenue, then at least it's something.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I have a quick thing here. This is awesome news, by the way, and I agree with Christian. I hope it'll add up, just depending on how much they're selling. But again, better than nothing. I think this is awesome. But when I opened up IGN, it was like a white background on white text. Did you guys get that too? Or is it just me and my computers? Okay. All right. I was like, how is Dan reading this article right now?
Shift A or something. I don't know.
Just highlight the text.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So guys, on the backs of that, this is going to be the opposite of good news here. And this is a bit of my opinion coming out in this, but you guys may or may not agree with me with this, but Ninja, I think, has been someone I have talked about before on this podcast, how I cannot stand him. And essentially what happened is he came out, and about a week ago, he said that he was done with Fortnite. He had this big live stream moment where he took off his headphone. He's like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Like, he literally talked about how he had a mental health issue or whatever. Well, he came back, and apparently it was just all a publicity stunt. in the words of Zach Bussey here, who I'm pulling from Twitter, Ninja approached this terribly. The poorly acted mental health crisis thing was stupid and unnecessary. There are big issues with mental health in the streaming community, and using it as marketing, poor marketing, mind you, is a stain on an otherwise intriguing plan. He's saying his plan to come back or whatever everywhere, because he's live streaming everywhere. That was his thing. He was like, I don't know if I'll ever be back, or where I'll be back at, like alluding to, like, I don't know where I'll be back. And then a week later he shows back and I'm everywhere. That's where I'm at. It's like, I don't like that kind of stuff. Like, that stuff doesn't sit well with me, to manipulate people with that kind of message. But that's just from me personally, and I've never liked Tyler Blevins. So that's just I had to get that out there, guys. I'm sorry.
Gotta clear the air.
Yeah, for me, like, without attacking the person, just because, like, I don't really follow Ninja. I'll say that it's not a good stunt. And I was watching. I mean, I saw this before he announced that it was like just a publicity stunt, which you could tell was kind of a publicity stunt. But like, when there's like a lot of work being done to destigmatize mental health in the past recent years, it's not a good look. It's not good marketing at all, to fake some kind of mental, not illness, but like some kind of mental lapse where you like need help, and then do just to come back and be like, actually, branding, I'm doing a new thing. It's like, come on, dude. We should be sensitive about these kinds of things. It's not a good look. IMO.
Agreed. And the dude hasn't been relevant in how many years now since he left Twitch. So it's like he's trying to, I guess, claw back some of that.
He's not
viewership.
seeing enough movement.
Yeah.
Get it?
Well, ninjas do be like that, I guess.
Next up, guys, EA has announced the name of Marcus Lato's studio working on a narrative Battlefield experience, and the studio is called Ridgeline Games. Obviously, we announced this news a while ago. Marcus Lato, obviously the father of the Master Chief, worked at Bungie all those years ago, and he is working under Vince Zampella, who is the head of the Battlefield franchise now, in addition to his responsibilities running Respawn. So very interested to see what this game ends up being. Love Battlefield and love Marcus Lato, so want to see what this can be.
I'm sorry, I gotta keep jumping in on these. My opinion is that like even a bad Battlefield campaign is still worth playing because they're generally pretty cool. And like just 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had sent a YouTube video in our private PXN chat saying like, man, remember the Battlefield 3 story trailer? Like that was awesome. And then here we are again, like we're getting another narrative Battlefield experience, which excites me.
Absolutely. Guys, our next story here. Jason Blundell has officially left Deviation Games. They were set to begin production on a PlayStation exclusive original IP this year, which it was said to be a first-person shooter, which is something that Sony would absolutely, I feel like, welcome in their catalog of games. That's one, soft spot that they have. And obviously Jason founded the studio, so that is interesting that this quickly after the acquisition, he's already leaving. I feel like Sony should have been like, hey, you got to stay this many years or whatever. I don't know, but who knows? This could be nothing for the game. It could still, still do well without him.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but I also don't know like what they were working on, and I'm very curious to see like why he left. Which I don't know if we'll get any details on anytime soon, but yeah, we'll see what happens because like they just acquired them not too long ago.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see if it was a choice on his part or if he was asked to leave. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Absolutely. Our next one, guys, kind of more of a PSA, but Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection is coming to PC on October 19th, guys. How about higher frame rates?
Like, yeah. Isn't it getting that?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's always good to see these games on different platforms. I'm sure there's a bunch of Xbox players or PC only players that haven't experienced this franchise yet, so heck yeah. And for those who have,
oh sorry.
Yeah, I was just saying, and for those who have just experiencing it looking nicer.
Yeah.
I have a hot take that maybe Gage might appreciate, because this was announced so long ago, and it feels like they announce them and then they're just like, all right, well, they're gonna go dark, and when they're ready to go. I would like it if they announce like some kind of window of when we can expect games on PC, because there's the market is growing on PC for PlayStation games, so it's like, as Sony hopes to hopefully minimize that window between when games launch on console to PC. It'd be just nice to be like when we could expect games, like, oh, it's coming in the fall of later, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Agreed. That'd be cool. Or like, hey, every PlayStation exclusive will be 3 months after we launch it on PlayStation. That'd be sick.
That's more pie in the sky though, probably, but that would be cool too.
Yeah. Moving on from there, guys, we've got a review roundup of Metal Hellsinger, which is doing very well, actually. Surprisingly, I mean, I say very well. It's doing good right now. 81 on Metacritic, and a lot of outlets are really liking this game. This game's always intrigued me. It's kind of like a Guitar Hero-esque experience, except in first-person shooting, which is very intriguing. And it is in Game Pass, so maybe I'll check it out.
What is the other game like Metal Hellsinger? There's another one, the Doom-like rhythm-based game.
Yeah, shoot.
I'm not sure.
Remember that?
Yeah.
BPM, bullets per minute.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that is very interesting. While I continue to stall to open every single one of these links for this next story, because there's a lot. Guys, GoldenEye 007 is officially coming back, and it is coming to Xbox Game Pass and Nintendo Switch. So to start us off here, the Xbox version is a native 16:9 resolution 4K version of the game with consistent refresh rate and achievements. Coming to Xbox One and Series S and X. And also, a little cool tidbit there, owners of Rare Replay actually get it for free, which is very cool, because that game came out like 5 or 6 years ago, or maybe longer, and that's just cool to add that in there. But the interesting part is this is not the remastered version or remake, whatever you want to call it, that we've seen online, all the leaks and everything surrounding it. This is a completely different version. This is literally just a port of the N64 game to Xbox, getting the higher resolution and frame rates. Which I find very fascinating as to what the hell happened there. Like, I don't know if Nintendo stepped in and was like, hey, you guys can't release this better version for some reason.
I think you have it backwards. I think the port is on Switch and the remaster is on Xbox.
No. Sorry, I'm sorry. I learned this today, actually, after we were posting in the chat about it, Christian.
Right.
There is another version out there that Rare or somebody worked on. I don't know. Actually, I don't think Rare actually worked on it. They outsourced it. That they remade everything, like new, everything looked different, like remake essentially, not remaster or not up-res or whatever. And that is not what this is. This is just a port and up-res essentially. Like it's not like a remake treatment. So like one of the examples I have, if you click on my last story there that says comparison in that line, it shows a comparison of what the leaked version was of one of the levels, where it uses fences and blocks off the trees to make it look bigger, and like the models look slightly different as well. This version is not the same version, which is crazy to me that they made this entire remake and it's not coming out. But I guess more importantly as well, the multiplayer is only coming to Switch, which I guess is because Nintendo is doing some kind of trickery where they're saying they're using the N64 multiplayer infrastructure, but they're like tricking the game to think that someone's taking on one of those N64 controller ports, which is so weird. But the Switch version gets that. Sorry.
And I think that's how they do it for all the other NSO games as well. Like not Mario Party. That's spoilers. I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me. Like Mario Tennis and stuff. All the other multiplayer games that are on Nintendo Switch Online. I think that's how they do it as well.
Yeah.
I guess my take on this is that it's just weird to not come out and have like clarity on which versions are coming and why.
Right.
That kind of sucks. And then with your explanation, it does make sense why online for or 007 is only coming to Switch, but it's still kind of a bummer that the other versions won't get that either.
Absolutely. Now it does still have local multiplayer, so I don't think I clarified that.
Sure.
But the online portion is only on Switch. Yeah, which definitely disappointing, but yeah.
Are you guys gonna boot this up?
No.
If it was the remake, I probably would, but now I'm just like, I don't know. This is literally just an N64 game that has 4K visuals, I guess, or 4K resolution, I mean. I don't know. Probably not, unfortunately. Next up, guys, Ubisoft is making their new AAA game releases now $70, and it is just in time, guys, for Skull and Bones. Sorry.
Lucky us. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you said lucky us. Got it.
Yeah. What did you think I said? Oh god.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I want to give Ubisoft a little bit of benefit of the doubt here.
Okay.
They are planning on changing up the way they approach game development with like some of the newer games they're doing, where like they want to have very like specific games do one thing and not have one game do everything. So if that's the case, then if the game is good, maybe that justifies the price. If there are a lack of microtransactions, right? If it's not a predatory kind of game, then maybe the $70 is okay. If they're doing this like with games that are already about to come out, like this next game you're about to bring up, then that's a little sad. Like I don't know if I'd want to pay $70 for the next thing, which is
Skull and Bones?
I don't know, I was trying to tee you up for
Assassin's Creed?
the Skull and Bones.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Skull and Bones, yes.
Yeah, I agree with Christian about the upcoming games, but like you said, it's like it's in time for this one game that looks like it's been done many times before in the Ubisoft catalog thing. It just looks like it's in the water this time. But
Oh, I see what you did there. In the water.
I didn't even see what I did there. You're smarter than I.
Skull and
I didn't even get
Bones.
it. Oh yes, yeah.
Water. Sorry.
But yeah, it is yeah, I just don't see this game being a $70 game, but hopefully their future releases that are AAA are worth that price. But yeah, it's
$70 for Skull and Bones.
Yeah, that's a tough sell for me.
Who's opening up their wallets for that? Not me.
Not me.
Dan, would you play Skull and Bones if it was coming to Game Pass?
No. No way in hell.
Wow.
No way in hell. And there's reasons why I wouldn't, because yeah. Anywho, so when's Microsoft switching to $70? I feel like they're the last ones that haven't switched to $70. Like the countdown's on, I think, at that point.
Sure.
Moving on, guys. And speaking of Microsoft Studios game here, Deathloop, I guess technically, Deathloop has appeared on the Xbox Store, and pre-orders may be live soon. Obviously, this was close to a year ago that it released on PlayStation 5 and it had a 1-year exclusivity. So you would think it'll be also in Game Pass at that same time, but I guess we will see. Little tidbit there. Hopefully that comes true.
Get excited for a game with a terrible ending, everyone.
Oh boy.
Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Ending.
Rest in peace. What?
To the ending of Deathloop.
Oh, did you not like it either?
I don't know. I haven't played it.
Okay. Will you play when it comes to Xbox?
Probably when it comes to Game Pass. Yeah, absolutely.
I think Gabe, I guess the biggest Arcane fan out of all this. Is that right? No, I know Gage isn't here, but
I don't know.
I think he likes Arcane.
I did like the first Dishonored. The second one I was not as high on as other people, but yeah.
Prey? Question mark?
Prey is fucking phenomenal. I love that game. So
yeah.
Anywho. Moving on, PlayStation VR 2 has gotten some hands-on impressions. Guys, I don't know if you guys were able to check this out
Yes.
or not. Okay. It seems like people are speaking pretty highly of it and saying good things about it, and I'm very happy about that. Christian?
This is the easiest I've ever given in my life. I was listening to more talk on Kind of Funny today. Kind of Funny. I think it was Games or Gamescast. I think it was just Games. No, it was PS I Love You. Thank you, Ro. Talk about his hands-on impression, and it was I think he was more in the camp of like, kind of trepidatious on whether or not like it was going to be actually good and whether or not Sony is going to be able to pull off like new tech and how interesting it will be with the games. And he did say that like it is a bit iterative. Yeah, I think he did. The biggest one he talked about was a demo for Horizon Call of the Wild. But the biggest thing he talked about was that like the improvements made feels like magic when you put on the headset. Like everything just like works, and it's like one of the best experiences he's had using VR, which I think is awesome. The fact that he talked about how good Horizon Call of the Mountain, I think, not Call of the Wild, yes. Call of the Mountain looked, quote unquote, for a VR game, for it to be like that visually impressive, I think bodes well for what will be the launch of PSVR 2, and I'm excited. It will probably, again, it points to how much this thing costs, which I would love a price on soon. But yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah, give us a price.
Yeah, no, I want to know a price as well. I didn't get a chance to look at most of this stuff, but the price is the thing that I'm just the most interested in. Everything that I've heard about it that I have seen is great, but yeah, that price, I want to know. I'm so curious as to what.
And the console too, Ro. You need one of those.
Yeah, right.
We gotta get you one.
It's like ripping the Band-Aid off. Like, just rip it off already, Sony. Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Yeah.
All right, guys. More Halo Infinite stuff after last week's episode, as if we didn't talk about it enough already. But a lot of interesting things have happened this week. Bonnie Ross, the founder, and she basically created 343, is leaving 343 Industries due to a family medical issue. She posted on Twitter, "While I had hoped to stay with Halo until we release the winter update, I am letting you know I will be leaving 343 and attending to a family medical issue. I'm incredibly proud of the work of everyone at 343 and everything they've done with Halo Infinite, the Master Chief Collection, the Halo TV series, and so much more. It has been an honor to serve alongside the team for the last 15 years and to be a part of the universe that I love. Thank you to everyone in the Halo community for your support. Halo's future is bright. I cannot wait for all of you to experience what we have in store and to cheer alongside you as a fan at the Halo World Championship in October. Axios." Bonnie Ross. So, like, for all the stuff that Bonnie Ross gets flack for and things that may or may not have been her issue, she did love Halo. Like, there's no... Maybe she didn't have the right direction. Maybe she had some problems with the studio, whatever. She always loved Halo, so that's something that I have to respect as a Halo fan. I don't necessarily have to agree with the things she did, but also it's very sad that she has to leave due to a family medical issue. I hope that everything turns out okay for that family member as well.
Ditto that second part as well, but I do want to. Oh, for sure. Also, I just want to reiterate, just to say it as well. Like, hearts out to the family issue. Like, I don't know what Bonnie's having to deal with, but it's always tough when family has issues, and I get that. So that very much sucks to have to leave your job to deal with something like this. That no one ever wants to deal with that. I also want to say, like, nobody knew that Bonnie Ross was eventually leaving in the winter. Like, that was to start off a statement that way. Like, oh, Bonnie Ross is going to leave with the winter update. That's pretty big as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that could have been something planned by the higher ups, and then this, I guess, fast forwarded that process. I don't know. But moving on from there, on the back of that, Microsoft announced that they are restructuring 343's leadership team in the wake of Bonnie Ross's departure. And Pierre Hintz will take over as studio head immediately. They're splitting basically her duties into 3 people, essentially. Pierre is fantastic. That's a great choice to be studio head. He is quite literally, the guy who fixed the Master Chief Collection and brought it to PC. Before he was involved, Master Chief Collection was a disaster. So I'm glad that he is taking over, and I hope that he can help right the ship of 343, as well as Brian Koski, who will become the GM of the franchise. I believe he was formerly in marketing, so obviously you're just, the books and all the other stuff that goes along with the franchise. And Elizabeth Van Wyk will oversee business and operations. So yeah, really good stuff here. Glad to see that we're moving in a direction that could bring us positive steps, I suppose. But on the back of that also, we got news today that apparently David Berger, who he was essentially the lead on Halo Infinite's engine, the Slipspace engine, he is also leaving 343, that he announced today. It's very curious, and it does make me question whether or not the new leadership was like, hey, this engine is not working for us. It's delivering content at a very slow pace. The engine is, falling way behind the industry standard at this point, and it's causing us delays on our projects. So I don't know. There's a lot of rumors out there about possibly certain affinities Battle Royale mode running on Unreal Engine. If that's true, then that could change things quite a bit. Maybe something happens with Halo Infinite's, I don't know. I don't know how that would work or how hard that would be to move to Unreal from their current engine. I don't even know if that's possible. But it is interesting hearing like there is like that issue of technology debt the further you go down a franchise's development portfolio. 20 years down the line, they're still using the same engine from 20 years ago that they've just modified it 20 times or whatever. So it's interesting for sure. But
Micro shakeup at 343 ?
Micro shakeup.
Mayhaps.
Nice.
No, that's not a joke. I'm just saying, like, behind the scenes, is there a little bit of a micro shakeup with the way things are operating?
I thought it was
Maybe.
a pun on Microsoft. I thought that was fun.
No, I am not that clever.
Oh, okay. And then, guys, we also got Forge got its first of a 4-part video series detailing everything to expect or not everything, but the first of 4 series to show what's expected in the mode. It looks absolutely insane, and I definitely recommend you check out this video. There's a ton of information in it, but essentially they're walking through all new stuff like object palettes and new features like the undo redo buttons that people have been asking for forever, object scaling where you can literally scale up anything from tiny to a giant massive island, which is just insane. And also they announced the object limit is over 7,000 objects compared to Halo 5's 1,600, which is, my God, that's insane. And lastly, guys, we got a quick little Master Chief Collection update today, actually, just a couple hours ago that I just wanted to throw in here as well, because they did announce 343 was originally planning to possibly look into purchasable Spartan points, which are the things that you use to acquire armor in the Master Chief Collection, which you can earn 100% in the game. That's how it's always been through progression. They were going to add they were talking about the idea of adding microtransactions for that to allow players that are just getting into it, now, as opposed to people who played it nonstop and already have all the armor. But they have confirmed today that they will not be further pursuing purchasable Spartan points for Master Chief Collection, which means no microtransactions in Master Chief Collection. So good news for some people.
Yeah, I don't know if like me as a new player, like, oh, should I get into Halo Infinite? Oh, let me open my wallet just to buy some cosmetics. I don't know if
Did you see those bunny ears that Dan posted?
Again, they look like Easter content, and we're months out from Easter. Sorry, Dan.
Yes. No.
I got to read some comments over on YouTube, the YouTube side. Gage says, shout out Canada. We've been paying $79.99 for full price games for years. RIP Canada. For real. Gage also does love Arcane, so I was right there. And then Glenn says Skull and Bones is on the Xbox shop is $89.99 for Xbox Series X and S, and the premium edition is $129.99. That is that's high.
After tax, that $89.99 game is $100 as well.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
Disgusting.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Not
like $101 for a game after tax, I think.
It's not happening, Skull and Bones. It's not. Oh gosh. All right, guys. Moving on from Halo, we got a couple PSAs here. Discord access from Xbox is now officially live for everyone. So connect up your Discord and Xbox accounts to be able to use Discord on Xbox now. Very good.
Let's go.
Sony, when's it coming for you guys? You know.
Hurry up.
All right.
Just move on.
Our last quick bite, another PSA. Andrew Reiner is leaving Game Informer after nearly 30 years there. Of course, he's the executive. I forget what his title is. He's the head of editor-in-chief at Game Informer right now, and he's stepping away to actually work in the video game industry. He announced that it's going to be a pretty big publisher or developer or something in that regards that he will announce next week.
Yeah, end of an era for sure. Is the writing on the wall for Game Informer? Like, who knows? I think the new blood at Game Informer has done a really good job of like maintaining that level of professionalism there. Everything Alex Van Aken touches is coming out like really, really good. So like, I don't know. I legit don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens over at Game Informer in the next few months. But also real quick, it's time to be real. So
Post those up.
I think the best thing that Game Informer could hope for is that GameStop sells them, because I do not trust GameStop at all. Like, that's such a bad situation. I feel bad for them.
Also, speaking of bad situations, I have one last quick play that I added just now. At G4 TV, there's numerous layoffs that happened today. I wish I had the numbers in front of me. I can't find it. I tried to find it right now, but it's a significant number of people that have been laid off today. And rumors, speculation, I think from people that are inside G4 TV have been talked, and those conversations come out in one way or another. That some people don't know if G4 TV will exist by Monday.
20 to 30. I don't know how much
truth there is. Thank you. 20 to 30 people laid off today. It's a significant number, and that sucks. Hearts out to them.
G4 TV, like Attack on the Show and all that stuff.
Yep.
That won't exist by Monday, potentially.
Yep.
All that stuff.
Potentially, from what I've seen, like I don't know how much truth there is to that. Like it could get worse, and hopefully it doesn't.
Wow, that's crazy. I feel like they just came back.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, this year, wasn't it?
Or like last. I don't know.
I think it was a year ago, right? Yeah, less than a year after coming back, so less than a year ago.
Hopefully it still survive, but layoffs are obviously very sad as well. That's not good.
Absolutely terrible. Moving on to our Street Meet, guys. Looks like the MetaQuest Pro is real after we talked about this a little bit. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. But we've got some images, and apparently somebody left one in a hotel hallway. Apparently, he said it was mistaken
in a
as
hallway.
Not even in a room, just like
it was mistaken as trash. Apparently, since it was a large black bag along in the hallway for hours until guests complained it was in the hallway. He then examined the trash bags before throwing them out and noticed the MetaQuest boxes. So,
dude.
Wow.
You cannot paint a more perfect metaphor for meta than that right there.
Yeah. Thought it was trash.
Oh, the universe does have a sense of humor.
Wow. Yeah. Where I see the boxes, were there any images of the actual console itself? Like the headset?
I don't think it was actually out of the box that I saw. I just saw the images of it on the box.
Gotcha. I was just curious to see if if it was the picture of Mark Zuckerberg that we were debating about the other week, if it was that. It looks like that on the box at least.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out next month.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Our second street meet and last street meet here. Breaking news from Charlie Intel. This came from Gage a little while ago. Some users who have accessed the setting. Sorry, Christian. What?
So not very breaking.
No, not very breaking. Some users have accessed the settings of the Modern Warfare 2 beta file on PS5, have found an FOV slider option, which you're like, okay, that's normal nowadays, as well as a third-person field of view option. And there's also mentions of a launcher system / hub for Call of Duty. I think it was it Modern Warfare 2 or 3 back in the day that had third-person modes.
Third-person team tactical, baby. That was MW2.
It's crazy. And now it's back, Christian. Are you going to go back into that?
It was fun. I didn't play it very often, but like it was still pretty cool. I think FPS is probably my preferred method to play in Call of Duty, but like I'm down to give it a shot, no doubt.
Sure. And guys, I left the PXN news of the week empty this week because we have a lot to cover in the main show. So, moving into our fantasy draft check-in, guys, just to give people an update, the Diofield Chronicle is coming next week on the 22nd for Row, and then Shovel Knight Dig is coming on the 23rd next week for Gage. So we'll keep an eye out for some reviews there.
Gage might get some points for once.
Wow. Oh, man.
That's a dig.
It's a
Get it? Yeah.
Nice.
Got him.
Get that shovel. Anywho, Gage says, love the idea of Mark Zuckerberg seeing headlines that his new headset was mistaken as trash.
Oh my god.
Damn. All right. What you got for me, Daniel? I'll just go real quick. The Last of Us Part 1, still playing that, and I made it to Fall Guys, and not Fall Guys, the game, but Fall Guys. Okay. I do think it's fun because like many of the things, like many of the key moments of The Last of Us that I'm getting to, I do actually remember like the big moments, but like the in-between stuff, I didn't remember any of it. So like it's really cool to go back and enjoy that stuff again. And yeah, I'm having a good time with it. Almost experiencing it for the first time again, minus the key moment stuff. Sorry, Christian. I didn't mean to disappoint you.
I got to get some digs at Dan here for posterity on the podcast. Two things bother me. One,
Okay.
Mr. I love this game doesn't remember Henry and Sam.
Yeah.
Doesn't remember Henry and Sam. That was mind-boggling to me. I did not understand this one.
Because there's so many characters in the game.
There are not that
need.
many characters.
There are not that many, and like Henry and Sam is like a pivotal moment in that game.
There's Bill, Tess, Henry, and Sam, and David. That's pretty much, and Tommy, and his girlfriend. And that's it. And Sarah,
his wife.
My memory is very bad, guys. You underestimate my memory.
Goodness.
But I thought that was really a really cool storyline.
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Oh.
Sorry. Very good.
And the other is that I mean everyone has their prerogative, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna. This isn't an actual dig at you, like, but still I gotta bring this up. This man buys an OLED TV and then exclusively leaves the lights on around his TV when he's playing at nighttime. Not only when he's playing games like The Last of Us Part 1, for watching movies. Explain this to me, fam. Put the light on in the hallway. Maybe turn on the little stovetop light above your, above the stove in the kitchen, But don't put on the lights right next to your TV, man. You gotta immerse yourself in that darkness a little bit.
No, wait a minute. Let's be fair. There's only one light by the TV. It's a lamp for one, and it's not even that bright. Right now, it's really bright because I have all of these lights are on. All of the lights are on for the podcast, but that's not normal. I only have these two lamps on all the time. That's just... it's not even that bright in here when those are on.
Despicable.
Diesel. All right. Roshan, what you got for me?
Yeah. What have I got for you today? I didn't write it down, but I remembered. I am playing Bayonetta Yes, I replayed it or started over because I want to get this experience
Heck yeah.
again because I want to be ready for part 3. I still have to beat 1. I still have to beat 2, but I'm ready. I'm all in for these Umbral Witches after seeing
Hell
that
yeah.
that new trailer and stuff. So I've been replaying that, and what else have I been playing? Oh yeah, I've been playing Astro's Playroom on my
Oh,
PS5.
What?
They said I
you
couldn't do
got
it.
one?
They said I
What?
couldn't do it. The haters said I couldn't do it. They said I was broke. They said I couldn't find one.
No
I
one
said
says you were
those
broke.
things. I said I was broke. I was the haters. But yeah, I'm
Wow.
officially joined the club because of Kijiji. Thank you.
Many
Thank you.
props
Tell us the
for
story. Tell us the
keeping that
story.
secret. Jeez.
I wanted to tell you guys, but I wanted to save it for the podcast listeners. But,
Quick question.
yeah.
Oh, no, please. You go.
Well, I found it on Kijiji. There was like a secondhand seller that wasn't selling it for like thousands of dollars, like normal retail price. So I hit him up and I was like, are you still selling this thing? And he's like, yeah. And on the same day, I just went over and picked it up. It's not a
Wow.
crazy story, but yeah, here I am. I'm very excited. And
Incredible.
oh my god, dude. Astro's Playroom.
Yes,
Yeah.
right?
Incredible, dude. Like I know people have talked about this already because it's been a while since that game has come out, but like I love obviously the haptic feedbacks is the big selling point of that, and like the rocket ship parts and like the climbing up in the monkey suit, but like the little moments are like what really sell it for me when he's just like every little step that Astro takes, you could feel that little step, and like the raindrops. It's like it's incredible. It's crazy. I can't wait to experience like bigger games and what they do with this, because I don't think that this is going to be like a light on the back of the PS4 controller or a touchscreen gimmick. I think they're going to keep doing this, which is really exciting because it worked out really well.
Yeah.
Did you say you finished it yet, Ro?
Yes, I have beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, my favorite parts are the end of that game. Like they do so many cool things with the triggers. It's really cool.
Yes. And
Team- Please.
I just want to say I also want to replay God of War before
Nice.
I think Ragnarok
Nice.
comes out too. But yeah.
On the Astro's Playroom note, Team Asobi, like, time and time again, this is a tired statement. Like, they understand tech. Like, people have their knocks against the DualSense. Like those are all valid. Everyone has different opinions on like what they enjoy out of controllers. But I legit think that the DualSense features are really cool for the most part in games. Like, not every developer nails it, but Team Asobi nails it. And if I had to say like what are my top 5 PS5 experiences so far, I would put in the opening tutorial for Astro's Playroom when it's teaching you the features of the controller with Astro gimmicks and just like just testing out the controller. Like, that was an incredible moment for me. Like, this felt like a next gen thing. Also, like, loading into levels instantly just looks cool in that game.
The loading on this thing is insane. My
Yeah.
God, it's so cool. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
Very
Congrats.
nice. Yes.
Thank you.
Congrats. Christian, what you got for me after? I don't think you can top that though. I'm sorry.
I can. I was away this weekend, so I haven't played anything new. I came back to my home and played more Last of Us Part 1. My notes again this week are how incredible the lighting looks. I play in the dark like a normal person. So like when you're in the dark segments and your flashlight goes out, it's just like pitch black in that game, and I love that. The sound design continues to blow my mind. I don't know how Dan's playing with the. I was curious actually about this yesterday. Like with headphones, it's cool. Are you playing with the surround sound?
Yes. That's interesting that you say you like the flashlight though, because every time one of those moments comes up, I want to throw my controller. I'm like, what kind of flashlight just randomly goes out like that and you shake it to get it back up?
All of them. That's a pretty standard flashlight for the past 20 years where they run on shaking the battery. It's a pretty normal thing.
Oh, did they really? Are you being?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nope. You can either buy those big D batteries where you have to replace them, or you can buy the ones that like you shake to.
Like, what do
Keep
they
going.
call it? Like kinetic energy, I
Oh.
guess. Like some watches
Yes.
do that too.
I didn't know that was a thing.
And my last note on The Last of Us is, I don't know. It is hitting different. Again, it's still more Last of Us, and I know like that story inside and out, even though I only played it like 3 or 4 times in the past 9 years. And yet, like every cutscene is hitting in a different way. And I think again, it's the models and the performances that like this remake really is bringing out a different version of that game in the actual cutscenes. I was texting my friend Islam last night, like I cried like 3 times during different cutscenes. Like it is hitting different, and it's cool game, man. Cool game. I also bought 2 games. That I'm gonna start next week off of Gummy, Bayonetta 2 on the Switch, and also Yakuza 0 on PlayStation.
Ooh. I guess this is going to be your first time playing through the series, or trying to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah. I started Yakuza 0. I still need to get back to it. I want to be part of that. It just seems like such a cool like game and universe. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Gage, since he's not here, I'm going to add this for his what you got for me. Don't forget to tell the audience that I'm bricked up for third person in Modern Warfare 2. There you go, Gage.
Oh, that's a thing? That sounds awesome.
What, Gage game being bricked up?
Yeah. Third person option in a Call of Duty game? That sounds great. Maybe I'll play it.
And Kirik is in shock in the Twitch chat that Ro got a PS5.
Me too.
Heck yeah.
My God.
Can I, or before we move on, can I ask like what's on your PS5 bucket list right now? You're gonna obviously replay God of War.
Yes.
What else is on there? Returnal? Question mark?
Ratchet and Clank is at the top, actually.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
Yeah, I really want to play that. And after playing Astro's Playroom, I just want to play more platformers because I love that genre. So I really want to play that, and Last of Us as well.
You
Last
played
of Us Part
Miles
1.
Morales on PS4, right?
Yes, and actually that was the first game I downloaded on here just to swing around for a bit. But
Heck
yeah. Carrick in the chat says he has 2 PS5s.
What?
Oh, okay.
My goodness.
I
Like one
almost
for
bought a
upstairs,
second
one for
too.
Wow, Christian also just
How?
admitted.
How do you have that as an option? Like, where do you find?
Well,
the
I was gonna buy one with the disc drive and then sell my digital one at a used price.
Mm.
Yeah. Technically, I bought 3 already, but they were for other people.
Right.
I've bought like 10 plus next gen consoles and sold them all to people who needed them at retail price.
At retail price.
Because we're good people, Dan.
Because I'm not a disgusting piece of shit. Yeah. Just like Christian, we are good people.
Yeah. Except for the light thing. That's a little weird.
But, well, you know what? Take your shake up batteries or whatever you want to call them and your fucking flashlight and shove it, you know? Anyways,
Sit on it.
Oh, sure. Moving into the topic of the show this week, guys, we have all of the showcases, and the first one here, Disney and Marvel Games Showcase. I'm going to try to go through this thread that I saved from Nebellion on Twitter, so thank you, Nebellion, for conglomerating all of this to one place here, because there's a lot. I don't know. How do you guys want to do this? Do you guys just want to point out ones that you were interested in, or do you want me to go through them all and then you guys point at what do you want to do?
We can go through them quickly and stop, because the first one I want to stop on already.
Okay.
The very first thing.
So the first one is Tron Identity has been announced, and it's being developed by Bithell Games. Mike Bithell is the founder of that. I don't remember what are they famous for.
Thomas
Mike
was
Bithell. Exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So
Also, more recently, John Wick Hex as well.
I've only played Quarantine Circular by them, but apparently I think Thomas Alone is the big one that everybody talks about.
This to me is exciting. Tron projects, like, it makes me sad that the Tron Legacy movie wasn't as. It's certainly a cult film now, and like just getting more things in the Tron IP is just feels like a bit too few and far between. But I think doing something like this with Bithell Games, Bithell Studios, Bithell Project, with Mike Bithell, could reinvigorate a little bit of love back into the Tron IP, and I'm certainly excited for whatever this ends up being. Text-based, pretty cool. If the vibes are right, I'm sure the vibes will be right. I will be all in for Tron Identity.
wow, Glenn is hating on those flashlights in the chat right now. Christian, don't look. Don't look.
No, I did, which is fair. Yeah, like in real life, yeah, they're not good flashlights per se.
Gotcha. Guys, Disney Illusion Island was announced for 2023. It looks like a side scroller with Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, all of those characters. I don't know. Interesting, I guess.
Again, I had to stop on this one too because I really enjoyed the art style for this game. Whether or not the game will end up being good is a different question, but I think art style alone is enough for this to like hop on my radar for the time being.
Me too. Yeah, I'm. This was one that I thought looked cool. I definitely want to keep my eye on this one as well.
Kind of a little bit Cuphead-esque, almost like that art style. Not quite that far, but like I don't know, a half measure.
The platforming gave me Rayman like vibes.
Yeah, and I do like Rayman.
Yeah,
me too. Interesting. Midnight Suns, guys, launches December 2nd, so they announced that.
yes.
There you go, the XCOM people.
And I predict it will be good.
Yay! I'm actually excited for this one.
All the gameplay stuff they've shown has pretty much shown off pretty well, I think. So, very interesting. This next one's definitely going to be one you guys are interested in. This Marvel Snap revealed a mobile game. How excited! It looks like a card-based game.
It's from the people who made Hearthstone.
Oh, is it?
It
I'm
is.
actually okay with that then. I love Hearthstone.
Apparently it's really good, but I haven't played it.
I literally, my in-between for classes in college, that's all I played was Hearthstone on my phone. Very good. Very good. Launching October 18th. We won't have to wait long to see if it ends up living up to Hearthstone.
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
Okay.
For me, personally.
I'm not going to, I won't. Aliens Dark Descent got a new look, which I'm not really too familiar with this game. It looks like almost like a isometric RPG type game. I don't know. I'm just looking at this.
I don't know. There's a lot on screen. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on with it, but an alien game, no less. We've got new characters coming soon to Lego Skywalker Saga, which of course he doesn't put the names in here, so I have no idea who these characters are. But there's one with a mohawk, and I'm just like, or maybe not a mohawk, I can't tell.
That definitely looks like Diego Luna's Andor as the first one. The second one is I think the Inquisitor. I forget her name from Obi-Wan.
You're right. It is. Yes. Shit.
Yeah, and I don't know the other two.
Well, shit. We figured out 50% of them. That's we're almost there.
Yeah.
Moving...
Dan not recognizing. Never mind. I'm not gonna make the joke. No. This is an off-air joke.
Oh my god. Why do I know what you're fucking gonna say, dude. My god. Gargoyles Remastered has been announced with an image of I can't pronounce added someone help me.
Blessing Adeoye Jr.
Thank
Dan.
you. Yes.
Come on, put in the work.
I can't pronounce Adeoye. Adeoye.
Okay, hold on. I actually have an actual take on this for all white people everywhere. And this is not a dig. Do your best to try to pronounce names. Don't give up. It sucks that we try to like understand and pronounce like white people names, like European names, and then whenever a person of color's like last name is difficult, we just say, "Oh, I'm butchering it, I know," and then we stop attempting. Let's try to do better.
Someone help me.
Someone help me.
Yoye. Nailed it.
Blessing Adeoye. All right.
Boom.
Oh hell yeah, you got it.
I'm gonna forget it literally 10 minutes from now, stupidly, but I will try to do.
It's all good.
That's
effort.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Monsters.
Yes,
Monsters Inc.
What?
What happened?
I missed this game somehow. This is a thing?
Yeah, Monsters Inc. is coming to Disney Speedstorm, which this game looked very similar to Mario Kart, except in the Disneyverse.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not really craving a Monsters Inc. Racing game personally, but have at it, you Monsters Inc. freaks.
Sure. And then the next game, a mobile game, Avatar Reckoning, announced for mobile, an MMO RPG shooter, because every MMO RPG shooter fan is going to play on mobile, right, guys?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody is excited for this. Unless they're excited. No, okay.
I can't tell if the game is first or third person. Like there are first person screenshots, then there's a third person like parachute sequencing. It looks like I don't know. Not for me.
Yeah.
No
Yikes.
idea. And then, guys, quite possibly one of the most exciting announcements is our first look at the Marvel Ensemble game by Skydance Media, which is Amy Hennig's studio. Obviously, we didn't get any gameplay or anything like that, but an announcement that it is a companionship game starring Black Panther and Captain America, as well as, I don't know who the soldier is. Who's the soldier?
I don't think we know the other two characters' names.
There was a write-up done on this that I'll have to find. But the premise of this game sounds really cool. When you have like who these characters are, I'll look it up as Dan keeps talking.
I was thinking the other character was I can't think of her name, but the character that Michonne from The Walking Dead. What is her name? Frick.
It's not Okoye, is it?
Okoye, maybe.
God, I don't remember either. But yeah, that's what I was thinking it was as well, but I'm not sure if it is.
Deny.
But yeah, go ahead, sir.
Sorry.
Obviously, this wouldn't be T'Challa.
Right? No, it's grandfather.
Correct. Yeah.
It might not be that.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I'm like, and it's Amy Hennig, so we're probably not in for an Avengers situation with the type of game this will be. It'll probably be a nice little third-person story, which I am down for. So, hell yeah, very excited for that.
Absolutely.
And fighting Hydra, let's go. That's really cool.
Yeah, very cool. And in a time period that we really don't see that much in Marvel universe, even in the movies, we don't really see it that much. So it's cool to see more of it.
Damn, I can't find the write-up that I saw on it, which is a bummer, but I can give my hot take on this game. I'll preface this by saying I am very excited for another Amy Hennig game. Again, like I said months ago in the show, she deserves a win, absolutely. And I hope this game eventually comes out, because we deserve more Amy Hennig games. She makes cool games. My only concern is the writing team behind this. I want it to be strong, and I need the Black Panther stuff to be authentically black. That's one thing Ryan Coogler understands in the Black Panther movies, is like, this is from the heart of the movie. Like, this is a very much like a black character filled with black everywhere, right? And I hope that the writing reflects that. Naughty Dog games, Amy, of course, used to work at Naughty Dog, hasn't had the strongest history with black characters or POC characters. I think the exception is Lost Legacy, but even up until like Last of Us 1 and Part 2, like POC characters are very much in support of white characters, which is like my only, like one of my biggest criticisms of that game. So yeah, I just hope that like they do justice by our people of color on the writing team. But other than that, I think the premise of the game sounds really freaking cool, and I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Our two non-super characters are Gabriel Jones. He's the first one, and anyone not up to date with the comics, he's a member of the Howling Commandos, the squad led by Nick Fury in the days before the Avengers Initiative. And then our other character's name is Nanelli. In the comics, she was actually the queen of Wakanda during World War II, but she's only mentioned a few times in the comics. Here, she's the founder of the Wakandan spy network in the field of Europe to protect Wakandan interests. So, very interesting.
Yes. And the Black Panther is, T'Challa's grandfather, Azuri.
Yep.
Cool.
Very cool.
Should be cool.
Which I guess is Captain America just Steve Rogers before he's frozen?
Yes.
Or, okay. Interesting.
Go. I'm down. I'm ready. I want it. I want to know.
Yeah. Is this going to be a co-op game, guys, or is this just going to be like an ensemble?
I
game?
hope not.
Yeah, I hope it's just a single player experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. Me too.
Sure. The next one here, Marvel World of Heroes announced for mobile. Another exciting mobile game here. We've got a screenshot of a bunch of people with powers. I think, is this maybe that that Pokemon Go type experience?
I think you're out in the wild, like fighting heroes or villains. I'm not sure which ones you're doing. Probably fighting against. Actually, I think it'll be more interesting to fight against heroes, but well, I don't know. You're fighting against somebody in the Marvel universe, but you have to do it outside, I think. But yeah, it's definitely
You have
like
to do it outside.
yeah, yeah. I think it is definitely going off of that Pokemon Go trend. If it's even a trend anymore, it's been years since that game was popular. But yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, not the strongest showcase because that was the end of it, and I'm just
That was the last one. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, there was a couple of cool ones in there, like the illusion of the island, and obviously the Amy Hennig thing was huge. But yeah, you're right. Everything else was kind of like okay,
Yeah.
good to know, I guess.
Absolutely. Moving to our next one then, guys. Ubisoft Forward event. We've got a lot to cover here. They started with Mario plus Rabbids with a new trailer. It looked very good, I thought. Christian saying no.
They started with Castlevania characters coming to Brawlhalla.
Oh, was that? Oh, that was in the pre-show, I think. But I guess that counts, which is still cool.
True. You're right. I think you are. Yep, that was pre-show. Oh, I take it back.
No, that's fine.
Semantics.
That's fine. Brawlhalla is a fun game, and Castlevania, that's cool.
What is everyone's feels out there for Mario plus Rabbids?
I didn't play the first one, but it doesn't seem like my kind of game.
But you like those? Oh, this fucking guy.
Oh Jesus! What is he doing?
I'm nervous.
Oh
I think that-
Jesus!
Oh, this guy's working right now. Oh,
he's
there he
not.
goes. The reception is probably poor.
Oh my goodness! I think it looks like a step up from the first one, which was really good. So I think it's going to be received pretty well among the people who are interested in these types of games. I would be if it didn't have the rabbits in it. Freaking God, I hate those guys. But yeah, I think it looks just as fun as the first one did. So yeah, if it didn't have the rabbits, I would definitely be down to play.
And Rayman is going to be in it in the DLC.
Yeah. Maybe that wins me over. That cancels out the annoyances of the rabbits having Rayman there.
Can we get Rayman in that Disney game that we just talked about a little bit?
That'd be cool.
All right. Well, I'm reading this comment from Nebellion. It's not Wiggler Wednesday, and he has a picture of all the Nintendo characters together. I'm like, all right, Nebellion.
Hey, Wiggler.
Yeah.
Happy Wiggler Wednesday. Oh, today. Happy Wiggler Wednesday, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Wiggler one. I didn't know that was a thing. Anywho,
Yes, sir.
Skull and Bones was the next thing showed off, and my God, I could not care any less from this gameplay. Look, we got a look at here. I don't know if you guys cared about this or saw the gameplay video, but did not look.
I can't be bothered with this game. Sorry, bro. You have any thoughts?
Not more than what I've said. Like this, I can't believe they're charging full price for this. If this comes out and it's good, and I eat my words, I will be. I don't know what I'll be so embarrassed. But this game doesn't look fun. It just looks. I don't know. I don't even know what it looks like. It just doesn't look fun.
It's like chores, bro. Like you're going and doing chores, and you're on the fucking open water for some reason. No one knows why.
Yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like you're doing enough to warrant that $89 price tag in Canada. But I could be wrong. Like if this was $30, I would be less angry about it.
Fair.
But
If it were
it's not.
free, I wouldn't even care.
Right. Yeah.
I'd do something interesting with the game.
The Division Heartland, we got a nice little chunk of a first look at that game. Still, I'm not really sure why they're even using the Division property for this. Like, it seems to be its own type of thing, essentially. But it seems to take a lot of influence from Tarkov, it seemed to, and survival, open world experiences. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what this game's going to end up being. Is this game even going to be a full price game, or is this a free to play game? Like, I don't know what this is yet, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Division could do to make me. I platinum the Division 1, and I have multiple problems with that game. Like, I don't know what they could do to bring me back into the Division. Legit, I don't know.
It's fair.
Maybe a Tarkov-like experience closer to Tarkov would maybe like pique my interest, but only if it's done right and it's done well and not done just like switch it up just for the sake of it.
Gage said he came to moan, but the service was poor. Sorry, Ro.
Oh, it's okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I agree with Christian. I don't know what they could do. I feel like there's so many games that are doing this better now. Hell, there's probably a Ubisoft game that's doing this better. It feels like they're doing the same thing over and over. But yeah, like we said earlier, they are trying to do a couple of different things in the future to warrant that $70 price tag. So maybe in the future I won't have to say that anymore. But looking at this, it just seems like more Division, but not in a good way.
And you know what else is more Division and not a good way? The Division Resurgence, which is coming this fall, announced right after this, and it is a mobile The Division game. Not sure who was asking for that one, but yes. I sure wasn't.
Oh boy, is it free to play? I guess it would be.
I'm not sure.
It'd have to be.
Maybe, yeah.
This is the Division Resurgence strikes me as a game that journalists who have backbones will play for like a week and say they're having fun, but really it's just like a way to pass the time, and then they never play it ever again after a week.
Yeah. Very fair. And you know what? There's another game that may be in that same situation, announced right after that. Rainbow Six Mobile, which is getting a closed beta test in the fall as well. So all the mobile games coming to Ubisoft here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So if you're watching this live, so far you've gotten a Mario plus Rabbids game, which is cool. That's a great way to open. But since then you got Skull and Bones, 3 mobile games, or was it 2? Two mobile games, and both of those, and one of them is a Division game. The other one, the one before it was a Division game, but it wasn't mobile, and the other one is a Romeo 6 mobile game.
Yeah.
My goodness. But maybe they make it all better with the next announcement.
And you know who was on his deathbed watching this? I was.
It was you.
After that, I feel like we went on a little bit of an incline now. We're creeping our way up now. A live-action Assassin's Creed show was announced for Netflix. I am personally on the side of I'm optimistic for this. The movie was terrible, or at least I heard it was terrible. I didn't ever.
Oh, with Michael Fassbender?
Yeah. I never saw it, actually, because I heard it was terrible. But as a huge fan of Assassin's Creed, I'm interested if they do this the right way. I'm very intrigued by this.
I think Netflix has more bad TV than good TV, and all their adaptations of existing property is mostly misses. There's the rare exceptions. If they can do it right, then heck yeah. I mean, Cyberpunk Edge Runners just came out, and that's like getting glowing reviews. Studio Trigger, I can't wait to watch this. I hope that the Assassin's Creed show, whatever ends up being for Netflix, ends up being good as well.
Absolutely.
I feel like most of their adaptations that have been successful have been animated, like Castlevania, and like you're saying, this, God, you just said it, Edge Runners. They did Arcane. Like
Arcane.
those are some great adaptations, but like their misses have usually been live action. So it'll be interesting to see if they maybe dive into animation a little bit more, because people seem to like it and it seems to be doing successfully. But I guess it's cheaper to do live action, but I don't know.
Fair. Okay. When I said we went on an incline, we might have just went down a little bit after this, and then, we might go back
They're
up.
teasing you. Yeah.
We got Valiant Hearts 2, Mighty Quest 2, and some Assassin's Creed mobile game are coming exclusively to Netflix games, which is interesting because Valiant Hearts, I thought that was a really cool game from UbiArts back in the day. So it's interesting it's going to be a mobile exclusive now. I don't know.
Netflix games keeps putting stuff on their platform, and I don't know who is playing these. Is this investment in games going to pay off for Netflix? I'm gonna bet no. This gets weird because the cost for Netflix is getting so much higher because they're putting out so much content that they're raising prices. But by doing that, they're alienating all the customers because the stuff they're putting out isn't as high quality as their competitors. I don't know, man. These games better be good if Netflix Games wants to have a library of quality titles. The best game on there probably is Before Your Eyes. And that's a great game.
Yes.
Very true. Very true. We all played that game too. Moving on from there, we're back a little bit. Crossplay and cross progression for Trackmania on consoles and cloud was officially announced, coming early 2023. Trackmania.
Where my Trackmania stands at. I'm one of them. I think it's fun.
Yeah, have you played it, Christian?
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I've never
I love
played
Trackmania.
it. Okay.
It's fun. I love Trackmania, and I love. I can't remember the name right now. I'm blanking on the name. The one with the bike that you have to balance left and right on.
Oh, Trials.
Trials. I love Trials. I love Trackmania. Yeah. Those are such fantastic games. Listen to a podcast and just vibe out.
Oh, Trials is so good. You're spot on. And then we went to Just Dance, and I was like, what is life here? Just Dance 2023. And yeah, it's a video game.
But with K-pop.
Yay.
K-pop.
Love K-pop.
I'm actually genuinely curious. How does Just Dance work nowadays? Because it used to work with Kinect and the PlayStation camera. So mobile. Okay.
Cell phone. Yep.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Now it's time for us to dive into the meat of the show, which is Assassin's Creed time, guys. We got a lot of Assassin's Creed. We got our first look at. Do you want me to go through all the Assassin's Creed stuff and then we pick out our favorites, or how do you want to?
How much stuff is there? There's 3 major updates, I would say, right?
Yeah, roughly, maybe 4.
Let's just get into it.
Okay, let's just get into it then. Assassin's Creed Mirage has been announced with a new trailer. I thought that the trailer was very good. I love Assassin's Creed trailers because they always get me hyped up. And even though this trailer had no gameplay at all, I was still hyped up by it. Some details, though, behind it. Play as young Basim, which is before Valhalla. I think it's 20 years before the events of Valhalla. It takes place in Baghdad. It's narrative-driven and back to the roots, which focuses on stealth and assassinations. Historical characters will be a part of the game as well, which traditionally Assassin's Creed games have done as well. So I'm very excited by Mirage, just by the premise of it. We have gotten a lot of the RPG game recently, which I really like those versions of Assassin's Creed as well, but I'm very happy to go back to this. And it's a $50 price point as well, so it's a little cheaper.
A lot of dubs hate that the leaks release these details because it feels it's confirmed, but we already knew because of the leaks. I would have preferred if we hadn't gotten an actual gameplay trailer, at least 5 minutes, because these CG trailers for me personally do nothing. like the details are what excites me, but we already knew them. So like, yeah, a game looks pretty and like the art looks fantastic, but until I actually see what they're trying to sell me on, which is Roots gameplay, I don't know what that looks like in a modern like Ubisoft kind of setting. Show me, and then I'll be excited. But until then, no matter how gorgeous this game looks, I am still like a little trepidatious.
It's fair.
But man, that art does look good though, right?
Yes. And like a little tidbit as well, Christian, you were talking about before, Ubi pricing their games based on the value proposition. So this game's $50, so it's not going to be, you know, as big as, you know, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, for instance, which is like a 50-hour game or something. So I'm actually happy about that because it's something I could probably complete for once.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like like even if it's just like max 20 hours, I think that's perfectly sufficient for an Assassin's Creed game.
And also, guys, Ubisoft had to clarify this, but Assassin's Creed Mirage does not have loot boxes or real gambling. Apparently, following the announcement, there were some pages mistakenly displaying the game for pre-orders with an adults-only ESRB rating. So, yeah, this is not an adults-only game, guys.
Bummer.
All right, so the next item here, Valhalla's last expansion will release in the coming months. They didn't really discuss too much other than that. So for people who want to pick up the next expansion there, we got a new Assassin's Creed open world mobile game that has been revealed, taking place in ancient China. This I thought was actually fascinating. Obviously, it's a mobile game. Let's not get too crazy with it. But I think the setting really looks cool, and actually I thought it looked pretty like visually detailed for being a mobile game. So I may check this out, guys. Please don't hate me.
That's fair, but Ubisoft too many mobile experiences.
Too many. And this isn't this one of those like Japan moments, like where this is one of like the highly requested
It is.
environments for Assassin's Creed to go, and they're doing it, but doing it on mobile. So
well, this one's China, not Japan. There is another one. Yeah.
Sorry.
Go, no. There is another one though later on.
Okay. Yes. I know this one's not a Japan one, but I know that China and Japan have just been both really highly requested locations for Assassin's Creed. So it's just sad to see that one has been checked off and it's on mobile and not console.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Leading into our next game, Assassin's Creed codenamed. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the same game. Whoops. Jade. That game is called codenamed Jade. So they don't have an official name for it yet, but that's what that title is. And then we went into Assassin's Creed codename Red, which is the aforementioned Japan-based game that you were just talking about, Ro. Which is, you're right. It is another widely requested setting taking place in feudal Japan, developed by Ubisoft Quebec, which is the Assassin's Creed Odyssey team. And you'll play as Shinobi. So it sounds like this will be a more RPG-based Assassin's Creed game, seeing as the Odyssey team is making it. So, very.
I have a hot take.
Uh-oh.
I think it's a bummer that when Ubisoft announces that Assassin's Creed is going back to their roots, I think it's a bummer that the Japan location is the one that's getting the RPG stuff, especially when you have Mirage coming out and then a remake of Assassin's Creed 1, which are very similar. I would have loved personally if they decided to finally do Japan and have that be the like narrative focused game. I think it would have been an opportunity to make a really cool Assassin's Creed game that is like closer to its roots. Not to say that Codename Red will be bad, because I have no idea what that game is going to end up looking like, but I think it's a little bit of a bummer that it's not getting like, I don't know, the proper treatment that we would expect out of this like narrative experience. I don't know if that even making sense, but.
And is it still possible that we might might get that? Is it like confirmed? I know it's like the same studio, but is it confirmed that they're doing that sort of style? Or
I don't, or actually, no. I think somebody did say during the stream that, and you'll still get your RPG experience with this game. So I think they did confirm that.
Gotcha.
Personally, I think it's okay that we're getting both, but yeah, I agree with you, Christian. It does suck that this is a widely requested setting that maybe isn't necessarily the one that you want.
And like, hey man, if the story's good, then hell yeah. I have nothing more to add. That was my piece.
Sorry, Ro. I think I feel like I interrupted you.
Oh no, you didn't. I agree with what Christian was saying. I just wasn't sure if it was confirmed or not. But yeah, if it is confirmed, it does suck that. At the same time, I'm happy that both parties are being like taken care of in a weird way. But it's just, if you fall into the camp where you wanted this location to be in that camp and you wanted the other one to be the other one, just like, God dang it, we're so close but so far.
Like, Mirage is not the flagship game. Like, this and another game, which we'll get into, are the flagship games. And like, obviously this is not what people want out of Assassin's Creed games. Like, the hype around Mirage with only details and now like a CG trailer is like through the roof with Assassin's Creed fans, because like, this is what we want. To turn around and have the flagship game be an RPG is, I think, for me as an outsider, a little disappointing.
Sure. Yeah, and I think there's a kind of a split there that, like, personally, I like both versions, but I know Gage is more akin to the original version, so I do think there is credence to what you're saying there. But yes, the next project, as you alluded to, I think is one of the more intriguing games. Ubisoft Montreal is working on a new flagship Assassin's Creed title as well, with Clint Hawking, called Assassin's Creed codename Hex, which appears to deal with some witch trials and such. So this looks very fascinating and a little spooky, maybe. A little spooky.
Yeah. I'm interested in that one, even though it's spooky.
Yeah.
Like, that seems different.
Yeah.
Now, we got a lot of Assassin's Creed. Do you feel like we're being oversaturated now with Assassin's Creed stuff?
I don't personally think so. I think they're just being very blunt with what's on the radar, because I believe they said the next game after Mirage isn't coming till at the earliest 2024. So I'm okay with it, with them being a little more transparent, especially with their leak history.
One a year.
Yeah.
Sort of. 2022 Valhalla, 2023 Mirage, 2024 Codename Red? Question mark.
Possibly.
2025 Hex.
Yeah, which they did that with Assassin's Creed 2 for a long time, from 2 on for a very long time. So it'll be interesting for sure. But yeah,
Sure.
Sorry.
I just wanted to shout out Kirk in the track. He says, I gave Valhalla a chance and it let me down so hard. I want them to go back to their roots, but I am a bit gun shy now. So
That's fair.
yeah, he wants them to go back, but he's still trepidatious on trying it again.
Yeah.
It's fair. And to confuse...
I don't know. What?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. So why not like do some new IP? Have like 2 Assassin's Creed titles and then have another studio working on some new IP. That would have been, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm done.
No,
I'm being a hater. I gotta dial it back.
I was actually looking at Ubisoft's games in development, and they have 19, I think, in development right now, and a lot of them are like, they have the Splinter Cell game, Just Dance, and then just a bunch of games that are just X-Defiance sort of caliber of games. It's like, what do you guys? Come on, you guys. Just making these games for fun now. Oh, well, you should always be making these games for fun, but like, you're not trying right now. It seems like you're putting out so much, but so much of it is just lukewarm at best. Yeah.
Well, I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
For this.
Hopefully, this Assassin's Creed stuff is going to hit.
Yes. But to confuse things more, guys, Assassin's Creed Project Infinity is not a game, but a hub that ties all the games together. So starting with Assassin's Creed Red, codename Red, and codename Hex, they will exist within Assassin's Creed Infinity. So it sounds to me, based on what they were pitching, that Infinity is like a hub world essentially for the game. But it sounds like or for the universe. But it sounds like initially it's essentially going to be a game launcher, which I'm not so high on. The ideas that they have for the future of what it could be, like they were talking about what they want to expand Infinity to, I think sound really cool and promising. Like they talked about possibly bringing standalone multiplayer experiences back into Assassin's Creed Infinity. So I think that would be cool. But the initial launch of it, I'm not so sure about.
Who is this much into Assassin's Creed that they want to just exist in perpetuity, like in these launchers, and have like everything revolve around Assassin's Creed?
More power to them, man. I want something like this for anime games.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. I don't know. I think, well, I'll have to wait and see how Infinity works, but like weird concept on paper, like it could be cool when it actually comes out. But my thing is I just want these games to like have their chance to breathe and be cool.
Absolutely. And that's it, guys. That's Ubisoft's conference. So, or not conference, but presentation, Ubisoft Forward. But moving on from there, guys, what do we got next? We've got Nintendo Direct roundup thread.
Worse than Disney Marvel Showcase? Question mark.
Whoa. Hey now. Right, he might be onto something.
I don't know about that. I would probably disagree with that, but
we'll talk about it.
We'll see. Yeah,
we'll see.
So the first announcement we got, guys, is that due to COVID-19, no, I'm kidding. There's a new Fire Emblem game officially announced called Fire Emblem Engage. And we got gameplay shown off as well with a January 20th, 2023 release date. I've never played Fire Emblem in my life.
People are not happy about this design for the main character.
Yeah. Yeah, the hair is really really weird. When I remember, this was leaked a while ago. I think we talked about it when it was leaked, but then people came out and said like, no, it's just a Chinese ripoff of Fire Emblem. This isn't really the game, and it is really the game. This is what the character looks like, and it came out, and the artist who made it is actually very talented. She's like a really great artist. It's just the hair color choice was a little unfortunate, but she's like a VTuber artist. So when you put those two together, it kind of makes a lot more sense because this definitely looks like a VTuber aesthetic. But yeah, I think the game looks awesome though. I think it looks really fun. The main character, again, it'll take a little getting used to, but I love the like new summoning mechanic of summoning old or past heroes as well. Looks to be fun, and the animation looks like another step up as well. Just to make those little fight scenes even more dynamic. So yeah, I'm down for it. I like Fire Emblem, so I'm always down for some new ones.
Heck yeah.
I love that for you.
And for maybe the fans out there, Divine Edition was revealed for Fire Emblem Engage as well. So that's a nice little addition there for fans. We also got It Takes Two coming to the Nintendo Switch, which I'm sure will not be the best way to play that game, but you know.
Yeah, probably not the best way, but I feel like that if it does run well, I feel like it's a great game to have on the Switch. Like that
Absolutely.
Seems like a perfect console for it. But yeah, hopefully it runs okay.
Next up, we got Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse, which looks a little spooky.
Yeah, which is a port of a Wii game. Also not exclusive either. It is coming to other consoles.
Okay, interesting. That's coming early 2023. We got a first look at Xenoblade Chronicle 3. Look at that. I just translated that little
nice.
XBC that he put in there. I figured it out.
Good job.
The Wave 2 DLC adding a new mechanical character called Eno. And then we got Wave 3 of Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is a new hero and more tough challenges. You can meet another new hero and face new kinds of challenge battles. Ro, I think I saw you talking about Xenoblade, wanting to get into it.
Yeah, I've been trying to get into this series for a while. I've heard that I could start with 3 and be fine, but I decided to play 2 since I've had it on my backlog for so long, and I'm liking it. I do have some issues with 2, and I think most of the fan base does. Apparently, it's good, but it's not perfect. So I'm definitely getting into the series slowly, but it'll probably be a while until I get around to Chronicles 3, though. But yeah, I'm glad that it's getting more content though. So whenever I do get around to it, I've got some more stuff.
Heck yeah. Coming to Switch, guys. SpongeBob SquarePants, this Cosmic Shake coming in 2023. Fitness Boxing Fist of the North Star DLC coming March 20th. Oddballers coming early 2023. And Tunic coming September 27th. We also got a... Oh, sorry. Are you going to say something?
Yay, sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I do.
What?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Hi.
Okay, real quick.
Sorry.
Before we move on, I'll say that for people who haven't played Tunic, I guess, like if you're interested in like more mobile experiences, like Tunic is the highlight here for sure. I was a little let down with that game, but still.
Sure. We got a new look at Front Mission 1+2 remakes. Front Mission 1 is coming in November. Front Mission 2 is coming in 2023. And Front Mission 3 remake has been announced as well, coming in the future, where there'll be stuff. We've got Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, coming summer of 2023. Kind of looks like a little Pokemon-esque, sort of.
It's the first of many farming games that we'll be seeing in this direct.
Oh.
Yep.
Interesting. First post-launch Splatoon 3 Splatfest has been announced. So we got more free updates planned for Splatoon 3 as well.
I knew I was forgetting something in what you got for me. I've been playing Splatoon 3 as well.
Oh.
Completely forgot. But yeah, loving it. It's so fun. I love it.
Nice. And you
Motion aiming.
You were a big fan of 2, right, Ro?
Yeah, I love both of the games. Splatoon 1, Splatoon 2. Yeah, always have a good time when those games roll around. Having a blast with Splatoon 3 right now.
Nice. A little bit of a left field announcement here. Octopath Traveler 2 was revealed. And I thought that was a little bit of a left field thing because there was that game recently that was like, I can't think of the name for the life of me, but it was very much inspired by Octopath Traveler. So I think Road, you
might be talking about Live Alive?
Maybe, yes.
It definitely had the same like art style.
Okay.
Yeah, going for it, but it was like a remake of an older.
Yeah, I think it'd be the other way around. I think Octopath probably inspired by Live Alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's coming February 24th, 2023.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I wasn't expecting to see a second one. I don't know why, but yeah, it's cool. More Octopath. Yeah, people loved those games.
Yeah.
But the first one, at least.
People did love that first one. So
yeah.
The game that had a project name and then it just became the name.
Let's just stick with it.
Yeah.
Because it's can't think of anything better, I guess.
Yeah. So speaking of those farming games, we got Fae Farm coming to Switch exclusively this spring. That was an important get for Nintendo right there. We got Theater Rhythm, I guess. I don't know if that's how you say it. Final Bar has been announced, coming with 385 songs, coming February 16th.
Horrible name. Horrible name.
That's Square Enix for you. Good lord, they just love their.
The one positive is that they're getting music from Nier and Octopath. Like that is cool. The Nier music is cool.
So is this a rhythm game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of great songs on here. So whoever's into those kind of, well, I like rhythm games, but I don't think I'll pick this one up though. But yeah, this is really cool for those fans of those games for sure, because got a beefy library of songs.
Post-launch songs include. Oh, sorry, you guys already read. You already talked about that. Near and Octopath, and etc. Let's move on. Run W. What kind of name is that? Run W.
Rune.
Oh,
Yeah, they misspelled it.
Oh, sorry, Nibelian. I didn't mean to criticize. Rune Factory 3 Special is coming to Nintendo Switch in 2023. Looks like another farming game.
Yep.
You're right.
We got,
Yep.
but
3 so far.
the good news is, guys,
Mm-hmm.
we got some new N64 games. Pilot Wings, Mario Party 1, 2, and 3, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, 1080 Snowboarding, and Excitebike 64.
I think it's very cool that we're getting more N64 games. My take is that it's not enough, and that the timeline for these is really weird. Mario Party 2 is a highlight. I love Mario Party 2. I can't wait. Like that, I legit am going to try to get some friends on that, because if they have multiplayer, that's fantastic. God, the game's so good. But then everything else in 2023 is there's more of a library here, and I feel like Nintendo should be better at adding more games to it.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that there's more that they just haven't announced, because knowing everything that's coming,
Right.
and that it's so spread out is just loses a lot of momentum for my excitement, at least. But Pokemon Stadium, that's cool. All the Mario Party is awesome. It just sucks that it's so spaced out and so far away. Yeah.
And we also don't know dates, even for 2022 stuff. It's like, well,
Right.
when 2022 holiday is, what this direct was pitched as, but like, I don't know, give us a month maybe, like just say December.
Yeah, for sure. And of course, we got GoldenEye coming to Nintendo Switch Online as well, which is the 64 version as well. We got Various Day Life by Square Enix revealed, launching later today, so it's out now.
Remember those weird names we were talking about earlier?
It's great.
My goodness.
You're
This is another farming game, I'm pretty sure.
And you're going to experience Various Day Life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Through the eyes of various different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting.
But speaking of great names, Factorio is coming to Switch on October 28th. And I have no idea what kind of game this is by looking at this screenshot.
Me neither. I'm lost.
No clue. IB is coming to Switch this spring, which, again, no idea what this is. It's like pixelated pixel.
Yeah, this is an old RPG maker game that was pretty popular back in the day. I used to love them. There was another one called Witch's House and Mad Father and stuff like that people just play on the PC. I think they were like free to play back in the day, but now they've gotten a huge cult following since then, and they've just been porting those games to different consoles. But yeah, this game has a huge cult following, so it's cool that it's coming to the Switch.
This looks horror adjacent too, which could be my kind of jam.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We got Pauline and Diddy Kong coming to Mario Strikers with the second free update available this month.
Here's my take. Not enough content coming to Mario Strikers Battle League. Cool, we have more characters, but like, let's get some more modes. Let's get some more stadiums in there.
Cool.
Yep.
We got Adelier Ryza 3 coming to Switch on February 24th, 2023. Looks like, I don't know, a JRPG-ish type of game.
Yeah. Ryza's so cute, dude. My God. The brown-haired girl.
Yes.
Goodness.
We got Mario Kart 8 Wave 3 revealed of DLC, including Merry Mountain and Peach Gardens coming this holiday.
Not enough. At least one more. I was expecting at least one more track, and it's just two. And I was like, okay, that's it? Okay, cool, I guess. I don't know why I yelled.
Just really angry.
You know what else is cool, I guess? Golf coming to Nintendo Switch Sports this holiday.
Yes, this is cool. I swear to fucking God, if they make everyone online golf at the same time like they do bowling, I'm going to be fucking done with this game. Like that'll be the nail in the coffin. I will never fucking touch Switch Sports again. And then it looks like everyone is golfing at the same time in the screenshot, which fucking pisses me off. Nintendo, what makes Wii Sports so special is that you get to vibe out with these people and like just chill and catch up and like play, take turns. I don't want to fucking speed through games. Just I don't know, dude.
Man,
It's cool to bring back the Wii. Sorry, you're gonna say it.
What?
It's cool that they're bringing back the courses from Wii Sports. That is a big W. Again, I just want Switch Sports to be good, and it's very much mid, and that's disheartening.
Just a quick callback to earlier, the Factorio story. Kirak in the chat vouches for it. Well, I don't know if he likes it, but he says it's highly addictive in the chat. It's a lose your life in it type of game. So apparently it's at least it's addictive. But
and Glenn says he'll wreck you in Mario Strikers. So I don't know.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Man, but going back to the Switch Sports stuff, it is so disappointing that this is how it landed in the public, domain. I was sure this is going to be a hit for sure. But yeah, it's very lukewarm, it seems, since launch.
Yep. Then Miyamoto showed up to announce that the Mario movie is coming next spring. So thank you, Miyamoto. We could probably...
No trailer, no images, nothing. Just, okay.
To hear that iconic Chris... Which Chris?
Chris
Pratt.
His iconic voice of Mario. Yeah.
Can't wait. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
But he also dropped by to talk about Pikmin. Apparently there's a new Pikmin game on mobile called Pikmin Bloom. Definitely looks very Pokemon Go-esque, where you're in the IRL type of environments. So interesting. But that's not all the Pikmin we got. We got a brand new Pikmin 4 announced for 2023. I'm not a Pikmin fan. I haven't played them before, but I don't know.
I'm not a Pikmin fan either, and I tried it and I was like, "This is okay." I didn't love it.
Yeah, I haven't tried one yet, but I know people are losing their mind over this because people. There's some people out there that love Pikmin, so I'm glad that they're getting another one. But yeah, maybe I'll try this one.
Absolutely. Harvestella demo is available right now. Later today, but
it's another farming game, by the way.
Yeah.
Whoa,
It has more RPG elements, but it's still a farming game.
No more
So that's
farming.
like 5, I think. Jesus.
We got enough farming. And now the moment you guys have been waiting for.
Yeah.
A new
Here's the
look
sauce.
at Bayonetta 3. Guys, how did that look? A new gameplay trailer.
I skipped the trailer.
Oh, you
'Cause
didn't watch it?
No, I'm not watching anymore. I'm just going in with only having seen the first one. That's enough for me. I can't wait. Also, shout out Cam Hawkins, who previewed the game for IGN. I would love to read the article, but again, I'm going in fresh. But I gave you the click.
Nice. Yeah, I also didn't watch the trailer actually, but I saw the first one, and if it's more of that, then I am ready. I am ready. Hell yeah.
Heck yeah. A new look at Rain Code we got, which is a new game by Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.
Okay.
Danganronpa, yes.
Creator Kadaka. So yeah, the art style here looks actually really cool. I like the art style a lot.
Yes.
Launching in the spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
I also
cool.
think the fonts, like the title font on that, looks really cool as well.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I love Spike Chunsoft games. They did the AI Somnium Files games too. But yeah, people love Danganronpa. So cool that he's getting out there and still making some other games too.
Absolutely.
Danganronpa is the one with like the bear who goes to the classroom and says like kill each other.
And they do it.
Jesus
And they do it?
Christ.
And they do
Oh my
it. Yeah.
God. All right. Well, speaking of dark things, we got Resident Evil Village Cloud that was announced coming to Switch on October 28th, as well as Resident Evil 7 Biohazard that was also announced for Cloud. Resident Evil 2 Remake Cloud coming this year. Resident Evil 3 Cloud Remake coming this year, all using the cloud technology that Capcom's built. So play all those games. I'm sure Ro will be jumping into all those, right, Ro?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
We got a bunch more games announced coming to Switch. Sifu on November 8th. Crisis Core Remastered December 13th. Radiant Silvergun later today or now. Endless Dungeon in 2023.
This is big because I don't think we had the date for Crisis Core Remastered before this. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but this is the first time I remember seeing a date was the direct. Before then, it just said winter, or like coming this winter. What did that mean? Does that mean January, February next year, or does that mean December? Turns out apparently December 13th. Will it come to the other consoles on that date? Probably. Very cool. Sifu on Switch looks like trash.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it looked like it wasn't running that good. I'm excited for Endless Dungeon though. That's been something that's on my radar too. But Crisis Core coming this year, Christian. Do you feel like that means Final Fantasy? What was it called again? Remake 2. I'll say for now until you remember. Does that? Do you think it's coming tomorrow? Yeah, I mean not tomorrow. I mean next year.
Tomorrow. Wow. Next year. That could be huge. Like honestly, I wouldn't put it past it. Like if this winter means December, then maybe you get Rebirth.
Rebirth. Yes. Yeah.
Maybe you get Rebirth next December, which would mean 2 tentpole Final Fantasy games in the same year. Very big.
Big.
Nice.
Yeah. I hope it happens.
We got Tales of Symphonia Remastered coming to Switch, and it's coming in early 2023.
Fucking genus. That doesn't mean anything to Dan. I know. It's okay.
No, I have no idea. We also got a montage of Life is Strange collection coming, Romancing Saga Minstrel Song, Lego Brick Tales, Disney Speedstorm, and Fall Guys Season 2, all coming to the Nintendo Switch. And
Season 2.
Yeah. Oh,
What Fall Guys
know.
season are we on right now? Oh, maybe it is Season 2.
Is it? Oh.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Okay.
I'm done then. Forgive me.
Oh, I got scared for a second there. I was like, no way.
I thought we were on farther ones.
Yeah.
I conflated it with Rocket League. I just realized. Yep, ignore me.
Ro, were you excited for some Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe announced?
Yo.
No, I was not actually. But I love Kirby. I love Kirby. I don't think I'm going to be playing this one though. It came out on the Wii or the Wii U. I remember. This is a remake of another one.
You don't fuck with the 2D Kirby's?
I love the 2D. No, I do. I love them. I do. Whatchamacallit? One of my favorite Kirby games is the Amazing Mirror on the Game Boy Advance. Love that game. I just don't think I want to play it right now, or not in the mood for this type of game right now. Plus, I think I played it actually, like the original. But yeah, I like that DDD has no neck anymore though. Like they changed him to look more like the Forgotten Lands DDD. So I think that's a welcome change. I like this design. Yes.
That is
bring back Air Red.
Yeah. Yes. That's a Kirby game I'm ready for.
And that's available February 24th next year. Then we move into the game that was formerly known as Breath of the Wild 2, announced as
No. The sequel to Breath of the Wild.
Okay, sorry. The sequel to Breath of the Wild. Thank you, Christian, for correcting me. The game is officially known as The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm assuming it's Tears. Is it Tears or Tears? Because
Tears.
Okay, Tears. So yeah, we got a good look at the game, and a lot of the stuff I think looks really cool. I'm very excited to check out.
What do you mean by good look?
Well, I mean, we got a better than what we've had in the last 6 months. We've gotten nothing.
I think the announcement, or not the announcement, the previous trailer was cooler than this one.
Yeah, I thought there was some cool stuff, like flying on the little bird-looking monument. I thought that was cool.
The stone bird thing.
Yeah.
Him jumping off at the beginning.
Yeah.
Jumping off the I guess the floating island. That was awesome.
Yes.
I'm really interested in the hieroglyphics too at the beginning. What that means for the lore. It's cool.
Yeah. I'm the only one that was underwhelmed by this trailer. I can't help but think about the 2 Breath of the Wild trailers, and like those were inspired trailers. Like, I go back to those and like these are like proper
Dude,
fucking trailers.
yeah.
Like those are like get me emotional.
Yeah.
This I saw nothing in here that was like cool. I'm already excited for this game. Like I didn't need another like 30-second. It's cool we got the name drop. Cool we got the like the lore dump in the beginning and that people can analyze. But as far as like let's see what this game is about, like the 30 seconds we saw was like mostly I already knew like what was like Link jumping into the sky. I've already seen it before. I'm already excited for that. Going up into it was cool. The bird, sure. I wish we had gotten a bit more of an inspired trailer, personally for my taste.
Yeah. I think yeah, absolutely. I would love to see. What I was going to say is like I think we still have time for that. I'm sure we're going to get like an awesome story
Sure.
trailer that comes out like a couple of weeks before the release date comes out. Because yes, that trailer, I think it was like a 3-minute long story trailer that came out like a couple of weeks before Breath of the Wild launch. I go back to that one every so often too. It's so good. The music hits so good in that trailer. Ah, such a good trailer. So I'm hoping we get something like that too. But I love
March.
this. Yeah. I like this trailer though because of the name, I guess, got revealed and the release date. That was hype enough for me. Like, yes, finally got the name, finally got the date.
Yeah.
That made it for me. But yeah, I'm very excited for this game. Can't wait.
The date.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
No,
I was going to say May 12th, right? Is that correct?
That's right. It was
It's May
6
12th.
years. 6 years since the first one. Whew.
Crazy.
Kirik, just to clarify in the chat here, this is the same game as the sequel to Breath of the Wild. It is not a different game. So, yeah.
And it seems like very much a companion piece. Like these 2 names have like similar naming schemes. Like they're both of the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. So it's very much it feels like it's a companion piece to Breath of the Wild.
And it's an evolution of the same map, right? Like it's, expanding.
Yeah.
On that. Gotcha. All right, so that's the Nintendo Direct Roundup. We've made it to the PlayStation State of Play stream. Finally, we've made it here. Christian.
I don't mean to be a Sony pony, but I legit think the State of Play was the strongest of the showcases.
Okay, well, there you go. You heard it here first from Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Before we've even dove in, he's already telling you. Guaranteed best. All right, we'll be the judge of that, Christian. The first item here, Tekken was announced, Tekken 8, and I'm not a big Tekken fan, so this didn't get me hyped, but I'm sure there were Tekken fans freaking out on this trailer because it looked really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't. Oh, please, Ro.
No, I think I was going to say the same thing. I'm not a huge either. I liked the trailer. That was really cool that they kind of shot it in a cinematic way, but also in that same 2D space where it looks like they're actually fighting in game. But I'm pretty sure it was all cinematics. But I thought it was a cool trailer. But I'm not a Tekken guy either.
I think Tekken stories and Tekken presentation are really cool. I'm not a huge fighting guy in person, so I'm not freaking out for this personally. But like, I respect Tekken I think the most out of all the fighting games.
Interesting. Then we got a little PSVR 2 look. Star Wars Tales from Galaxy's Edge Enhanced Edition is coming to PSVR 2. I'm assuming, I guess this came out elsewhere and it's being ported to PSVR 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We got Demio coming to PSVR 2, which I'm assuming that's a brand new game because I haven't heard of that one before.
Nope.
Looks
Me either,
interesting.
Dan.
Looks
Me either.
Yeah. And then we got Yakuza, which is actually now Like a Dragon, Ishin, and it is coming in February 2023, and that is the next
No,
Like a Dragon
it
game.
is not.
It's not?
No, it's a remake.
It's a remake.
Yes, built from the ground up in Unreal Engine 4. And there was another trailer today that we'll talk about later that was incredible.
Interesting.
Also based on a real life figure. BT dubs.
Okay. We got Pacific Drive announced coming 2023 to PlayStation 5, and Christian is giving me thumbs up.
Yeah, this is cool. This is just like a neat concept of going through like the Pacific Northwest, but that's infested by cryptids. I think is like a fascinating concept for a game. What I saw like of the art style, like it looks very much like a spooky indie darling. So it's on my radar for sure. I'm really hoping this one lands and hits because it could be a very like cool game. You know.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I thought I swear I saw this on Steam a while back, or a game similar to it, but I swear I saw this somewhere before, but it must have been something different. But I thought it looked cool too. I when I was watching it, everybody in the chat was like, "Is this Silent Hill? Is this Silent Hill?" I was like, "No, calm down, no."
Everything's Silent Hills.
Everything's Silent Hill.
We got a new look at PlayStation Stars, which is the reward loyalty program. Christian's giving me a thumbs down, which I agree with what they showed off. I was like, okay, I don't really care. They're like digital collectibles that you can put in your case. I still think the program has some merit, for rewards back for purchases and stuff like that. But yeah, the digital stuff, could care less about.
It's like the Astrobot stuff, though. Is that what I'm getting? That's what the vibes that I'm getting, like the Astrobot artifacts, but for your profile. Yeah. I don't know where these are going.
I need to see how this is integrated in the system. Like maybe then, like it'll be cool to like display them somehow if they go to my profile and you can see them. That might be kind of cool. But like the way they showed them off during this showcase, state of play, very much like. By the way, remember we said this in the blog? Yeah, here's a quick look at 4 of them. Anyway, more information on the blog soon. Bye. Okay, well, not really exciting me.
Well, what might excite you is Synduality revealed coming 2023, developed by Bamco. Bamco Namco.
Oh, Bandai Namco.
No, God, that's confusing. That's not them.
Bamco. Oh man.
Wait, is it?
Namco Band. I don't know. This is
is it Bandai Namco?
Maybe because maybe he's like shorthanding it to say Bamco, but like.
Oh, it is. It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. All right.
God damn.
It looks like you're fighting like is it like large animals and such?
Yeah, I think the aesthetics of this game is cool, like a sci-fi shooter in an apocalyptic setting. That's very much like an Asian game. Could be cool. This one I'm like putting a big asterisk on because I don't know if the gameplay is going to be entirely convincing for me. But again, the aesthetics of the game, cool.
And
Agreed.
What else is cool?
Project
Eve, which is now known as Stellar Blade, and Christian is about to freak out.
This was my highlight of the show, if you can believe it or not. My number one. This is. I am so excited for this game. Like they are getting everything right. The score for this game, again, the aesthetics, the gameplay. That fucking setting is inspired, dude. Look at the characters seem really cool. The story, I don't know what's going on, but I'm all here for it. Sci-fi again, apocalyptic. I don't know. And then the name Stellar Blade, like, is a little corny, a little Asian, sure, but like, look at the design of it. Tell me that isn't inspired. Yeah, I'm all in for Stellar Blade.
It looks so cool. I love the main character's or Eve, I guess, like outfit for many reasons. But I really like the tie that she has, and just everything about it just like is really cool. The gloves, just yeah, I love the style of this game, and the combat looks super fun. So I'm down.
Man.
Yeah,
like there's a screenshot Naila posted. Like she's like floating in space from what, if I remember right, this is the beginning of the game when she gets like. I almost said deported, launched or whatever, like to start her mission, and she's like fighting something in space. Like she's got like a laser cannon gun thing just floating in orbit. Like, dude, like, God, I love Asian games so much.
Yeah, this looks dope. Did we get a release date on this as well, or not yet?
No, not even a year. Damn. Still TBD.
Damn. Oh well,
Interesting.
I'll wait for it. Looks awesome.
I'm excited for you guys for that.
It is though a PS5 exclusive though. We did learn that.
But
I can
that's
play
not a
those
problem.
now.
Yeah.
I can play those now. Oh man,
That's great. I'm so glad. So glad. Now we can leave Gage out of these conversations.
oh
Just kidding. Rise of the Ronin has been revealed by Team Ninja. Rise of the Ronin is a PS5 console exclusive coming 2024, which sounds like, I guess, it'll come to PC as well. And this is in addition to Team Ninja making the Wo Long game. So that's really cool that they're making both of these cool games.
Yeah, when this, I was talking with my friend because I was coming back from the doctor and we were just like texting back and forth. So I had this up in the background, and I was like, "All right, let's pay attention to Wo Long now." And it was like just a few seconds into Japan, and I was like, "Wait, this isn't Wo Long," and it's another Team Ninja game. Which I don't know. Like I'm kind of reinvigorated on Team Ninja now. Like the stuff that seems like they're doing, it seems like very much inspired by the difficulty of like obviously of their older games, but also like FromSoft and kind of merging like games into like a more modern kind of feel, but still very much having that like fast action Team Ninja kind of difficulty. I'm in. I've only seen one trailer, but like I'm in.
yeah, this one looks really cool too. It's on added to my list now, but I feel like we're getting not a lot, I should say. I'm because I'm excited for all of them. I'm not upset that we're getting these games. There's another game that was revealed at a PlayStation thing recently. Something about the wind, where the winds meet. That kind of reminded me of this one as well, where that one looked really cool too, where you're like hopping on the air and riding literally the wind, and you could walk on the air. It kind of reminded me of this one. And there was another game too that kind of had this style. Again, all of them that I've seen, I'm excited for. I think they're different enough that I'm interested to play all of them, but I hope we don't get to a place where it becomes too saturated. But I welcome all of these games so far. They all look really fresh and different enough that I don't feel like it's too much. But online, I've seen people saying like, "Are we getting too many feudal Japan games?" I'm like, no, not yet. But we may be getting to that point. But not yet.
Maybe by the time the Assassin's Creed feudal Japan game comes out, we'll be tired of it.
Oh no.
It's worth noting though that Wo Long is set in China.
Right. Yes,
Oh,
you're right.
okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
But Ro, you are right. There's a lot of games set in like older Japan. That like it does seem it's almost like how people joke that there's too many survival horror games right now, like set in space. Like there's also a lot of games set in China and Japan, like older China and Japan. But the counterpoint is like we've also gotten a lot of games in the U.S. and Europe, and no one complains then.
True.
I'm stealing that from Twitter.
Yeah. No, that's a solid point. Yeah.
It's true. It's true. All right. Moving into the meat and the bones here. The meat and the bones, all of it all. The first thing here, Ragnarok-themed DualSense has been revealed, and I think Gage about freaked out when he saw the color scheme. He loves the two-tone white and blue, which I like the blue, but I still am not a huge two-tone color scheme fan. It doesn't hit as hard for me. I don't know.
I think I came around a little bit on the controller. I don't think it's complete trash now. I think largely because I think the blue's so nice, but I think PlayStation could go a bit harder with making limited edition controllers. This to me seems like they're not going hard enough. The Two Wolves is like cool, but it's not cool enough. Like there are some little things that they could do to make it more of a hotter controller, and this to me it isn't as hot. But again, that blue is real nice though.
Why is it that they never touch the area that's white? Like, it's almost like none of the controllers that are custom are allowed to touch that area that's white at the bottom. It's kind of weird.
No idea. I don't know. Why not add color to the face buttons?
Yeah.
Of sacred symbols. I don't know.
Agreed. All right, guys, we got a new look at God of War Ragnarok, which is the more important thing here, with a beefy new trailer. And my goodness, did it look good. Incredible visual fidelity. Like, I'm just mind blown at this, guys. Christian.
for posterity, I think I said this on the show, and I was telling my friend for sure. Before this trailer, I was not excited for God of War Ragnarok, and by that I mean like when it gets here, it gets here, and I'll be excited then. But until then, like I was just not thinking about God of War Ragnarok. Like whatever, I'm sure it's gonna be good. I'll play it when it gets here. You know, until then, I'm playing my own stuff. This trailer came out, and I was like, man, Sony Santa Monica, shut me up, because this trailer was, it had the juice. It was like, it just kept going. There was so much variety, and not just in locations, but enemies, that I was like, yeah, this game is gonna bang. I don't even care if Dan wins, if the fantasy league or whatever. Like if this game's good and it looks like it's gonna be good, like then, fuck yeah, we all win.
Yeah, it looks incredible. There's one quote like that Kratos,
Dude,
death can
yes.
have me when it earns me. I was like, let's go.
So hard.
It's so hard. There's so many. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Dan?
Just to add on to you, like Christopher Judge's voice in this was like so like gravelly. He's like, oh my god, I feel like I'm about to get like wrapped up in him. Yeah.
It's so good. And the action in this trailer was.
Oh my god!
Like there was one scene where when there's like a monster on his back, and he just like, and then just throws him out the window of whatever vehicle he's in. It's just like so fast, so it just hits so hard, and I can't wait to actually play that, because watching it is like giving me these emotions. I can't imagine what having a controller in my hand, watching it on the screen is going to feel like, because watching a trailer is making me go crazy. So yeah, I can't wait. It looks awesome.
When the Valkyries come back.
Yes.
And Kratos is like in this like weird realm, space looking area, and like he gets knocked, and the camera's like going all around him because he gets like knocked, and he's like flipping around, and then he like grabs onto the edge of like that crater. I was like, and that was the beginning. I was like, damn, this looks good. That giant squid thing.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm curious. Thor at the end.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like how
the other God of War.
How smooth the game looks, like when that giant squid's coming out. Like that thing's massive and it looks beautiful. Like, and it's running perfectly in this trailer. It's a technical masterpiece already.
I wonder if they're going to do what they did in the first game, the whole one camera, one shot sort of thing, which would be cool if they carry.
It looks like it, yeah, and especially considering that the fact that they were writing this game as still the first God of War 2018, but then they just logistically had to stop because it wouldn't have been possible. I think they have to continue it because it has to be the same game, like thematically, that it would make sense.
Yeah. Hell yeah! And it's going to be cool to see. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just gonna, because I know I played it on the PS4 for the first time. I'm sure we all did, the original game, and there were definitely some scenes that were very obviously tricking us. Like it was a loading screen. Like I think there was one area that was literally you just battled things until you could go through the other door. I forgot what that place was called. I think it was like between the bridges that spins around. But whatever, it's going to be interesting to see how fast that is now. Like how you won't notice it as much maybe on the PS5, those loading screens, that it just feels even more seamless with that one camera.
Yeah. It is also a PS4 game too though. So
yeah. I'm just saying that those scenes might be faster on PlayStation 5, that you won't even feel it anymore. Because
I'm stupid. I know what you mean now. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Good point.
Keurig, just to go back a second, Keurig wants them to make a survival horror game set in feudal Japan.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, the God of War stuff, incredible.
Daniel?
Yo.
Will this be the GOTY 2022? Yes or
no? I guess it depends on if I can finish it in time. I hope so.
Well, you have like a month and a half. I'm sure you will.
It very well could be, though, because right now I'm wide open, I think, on what my game of the year is.
You have to beat it before Callisto Protocol.
Oh, God. That's only like less than a month.
Yeah, you have like 2.5 weeks.
Oh, no, that's not possible.
You know what comes out the day before God of War comes out? Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontier, yeah.
I am done. I'm done.
All right, that was the PlayStation Showcase. A very good showing indeed. The final one here is the RGG Summit 2022. And
do you want me to go over this one?
Go for it, yes.
Yeah, we got another look at Like a Dragon Ishin, which is the ambush trailer, which kind of showcases who the characters are in this game. I highly recommend you watch this trailer because it sets a really good tone setter, shows off the visual fidelity of what this remake looks like, and then just again sets the vibe with the music that comes later in, shows off some gameplay, and then establishes like the supporting characters in a really cool way that's just like teasing you for the narrative that I think really caught my attention. So I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, looks visually nice.
And then oh, sorry, bro.
No, I actually didn't see it. I was just agreeing that it looks beautiful.
Yes. So do you. You look beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Then we finally got the announcement of the next Yakuza game, which is called Like a Dragon 8. And the series is no longer called Yakuza in the West. It's called Like a Dragon, which is the translation of, the actual name in Japan is Like a Dragon. So they're finally shifting over. Like a Dragon 8. Very excited. 2024.
Oh yeah. I think talked about it a little bit that you were trying to get into the series, the Yakuza or the Like a Dragon series with Yakuza 0 on the PlayStation. So
Yep.
yeah, hopefully we can get to that point so we can enjoy Yakuza 8 as well.
0, 2, and 7 are on PlayStation, and then all the other ones are on
Game Pass,
including the ones I said are on Game Pass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are on Game Pass, not 7.
Right. Yeah.
Also, Kiryu has a new hairstyle for reasons that are not revealed yet.
Better explain themselves.
Oh, they will. Moving on to the final announcement. Where is it at? Here we go. Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, was announced, and it's coming 2023. And I think this one is the one that really sold me the most on, like, I need to get into the series. I saw the first 30 to 40 seconds, and I'm like, the vibes in this game are incredible, and it takes place between apparently 6 and 7, I think, and it follows one of the main characters. And I realized that, like, this series is special. A lot of people have been really riding this series for a long time, even though spin-offs like Lost Judgment, and it's past time that the Yakuza fans are eating well, and I'm hungry.
I want a taste of that too.
Yeah, so
just like Gage wants a taste of that man meat.
Oh goodness.
Anyways.
Oh goodness.
All right, guys, real quick, because we've gone very long here, and I apologize for that. Which show would you guys declare the winner of these? I know, Christian, you said PlayStation, it sounds like, but
I would. I mean, RGG would be a close second. If I were a bigger fan of the Yakuza series, I'd probably pick that one. But I think the state of play, having expectations be that low, having it only be 20 minutes, but still coming out with a lot of strengths for what my kind of tastes align with, even if not everything is for me, like Tekken, cool. The VR stuff was a little bit underwhelming. And then here we go. The PlayStation Star stuff I didn't really care about. Everything else seemed to like really grab my attention and put games that were already on my radar, even higher on my radar, and then games that I didn't even know were coming, like Rise of the Ronin. Be like, yep, I'm adding this immediately. And then the surprise of God of War, I think, just shows that even when like they're coming in September, which usually is showcase time, with a kind of minor state of play, they can still bring the juice. And I left that being more excited than any of the other showcases, if you want to call them that, from the past week. Like a very solid 8 out of 10 for me from Sony.
Ro, what about you? Which one fancies you?
I would have to agree with Christian on that one. I think PlayStation had a better showcase out of all of them. The Nintendo one, I was hoping to like more. I think it's opened strong. I think it ended strong, but literally everything else in between was just like padding for the two big announcements that they had. And I think it was too long for the announcements that they had. Yeah, I wish it wasn't. And it's funny because I when we was watching the showcase, I was like, oh yeah, or not the showcase, the state of play, and that's my point. I keep forgetting that there's a difference. And when I remember, it's like, oh, this is just a state of play. This isn't probably not going to be that crazy. And I ended up enjoying it a lot more than the Nintendo Direct that they've advertised as being 40 minutes long. This is going to be, the Nintendo Direct you've been waiting for. So it's interesting to think about it like that. I guess it really doesn't matter what Nintendo is calling their thing. Like there was a partner showcase that happened a little while ago that I loved. It was so good, and it wasn't the main Direct. So yeah, I don't know what to expect with these Nintendo Directs anymore. It could literally be anything. But yeah, long answer short. PlayStation State of Play I enjoyed the most.
And maybe we have ourselves a little bit to blame with Jeff Grubb stuff when it was like positive. Yeah, there was like rumors that like where was more Zelda? I would have liked to see ports of Wind Waker or Twilight Princess. Would have loved to see the rumored Metroid Prime remaster or collection, whatever they do. Anything Metroid would have been fantastic. But also like even no mention of Advance 4's 1+2 at all for those fans. Yeah, just for 40 minutes is a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
And a lot of those announcements could have been announced in a blog post. Like, why did you need to show that here, Nintendo? Come on.
Definitely. Yeah.
I think I agree with you guys. PlayStation had the best front to back show. The Assassin's Creed stuff really does excite me though for Ubisoft, so I'm excited for that moving forward. All right, guys. Anything else?
Hold on, no.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, what was your favorite one?
Of
Was
Assassin's
Ubisoft?
Creed? Oh
No, I meant like of the showcases. Would you say it's Ubisoft?
My favorite, I think front to back, my favorite show was probably Sony's because it was the most consistent pacing and it had the most interesting things. Even if they didn't necessarily appeal to me, I think they were a lot quicker and say, here's this, cool, here's this, cool, here's this. They didn't dwell on things that, 7 farming simulators and, all the other stuff we got from the
mobile games.
Yeah, mobile games galore at Ubisoft's, and so more consistency for sure. All right, guys. Wow. Long show. I apologize for not getting us out of here sooner, but
It's okay.
here we go. Thank you again to everyone joining us live on YouTube and Twitch, as well as podcast services everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Thank you, Ro. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Gage, in the chat if you're still there. I am Daniel, and this has been Podcast PXN, and we are out. Much love, and keep on gaming.
See ya.
Stellar Blade.